All right, happy to have on Illinois senior forward Matthew Meyer. And as everyone could tell, Matt, the haircut's back. The mullet is back.
Yep.
Tell me, what went into that, man?
Well, I got to deal with Great Clips, which is pretty awesome. You can tell they did a great job. And basically their thing is they're going hats off for March Madness. So I have this video that I just did with them where I did a hat flip. Also, I tried to make it onto this like little peg thing. But if people send in a video to Great Clips of them doing a hat flip, they have a chance to win men's and women's Final Four tickets. So I highly recommend everybody doing that so they can come see us in the Final Four.
There you go. I know the confidence in your own team, but I got to ask you, what's the key to growing a good mullet? I don't have any experience with that, as you can tell. So you got to fill everybody in.
Well, the way you do it is you basically just let the bowl cut ride. Just let it get in your face and maybe wear a hat, maybe wear a headband, if you will. And then once it gets long enough, then you just shave the sides and you're good to go.
How does it feel to have a mullet on the basketball court? Yeah.
I just know that I'm like the villain. Like I love being the villain white guy. You know what I'm saying? Like the opposing fans hate. Like this is how it's always been. Like when I had the mullet and I'm like let's say like I'm playing really well against your team. It's like you're kind of laughing before, and then you're just like, oh my gosh, I hate that guy so much, and it just adds to it. So it's like really fun for me.
I was going to break down your road splits, Matt, but I think your percentages are pretty high on the road. Like, what is it about playing on the road? You seem to enjoy it.
Yeah, that's okay. I noticed that too, but I really don't think that it's anything in particular because the first 8 games of the season, I think 6 of them were at home, and I was really struggling with my health back then. So that accounts for a large portion of it. And then the Indiana game, I was sick. And then I'll just go ahead and say this. The Rutgers game, I was trying a different diet. I was trying keto, which means no carbs. And I was walking in mud that game. I've been testing out a lot of different things with my health, and most of them have been very successful. But that was a big dud. So no more keto for me.
Brad talked about this after the Michigan game, Matt, about the caffeine intake and all of that. What does Palmer Johnson and Brad think of all the trying out of these diets? Because you seem like you're experimenting.
Yeah, Palmer's my guy. He's so awesome. Like the keto diet, I didn't run by him because I thought he would be upset. But then after the game, we thankfully won, so it wasn't something that cost us. But I just was like, like I was on the keto diet. And he was like, dude, why didn't you just tell me? I could have helped you a lot. And then he just kind of started walking me through the science of like a lot of stuff that I needed to know. And then we started, he's so helpful. He's so informative. And then with the caffeine thing, that it's like this, if I just ran this stuff by him first, none of this would happen. So I think I'm learning my lesson here, but that was just don't you think a nutritionist would have told me to not chug 6 Monsters? But he's not at my house 24/7. But then afterwards we talked about caffeine, and he's like 450 milligrams. If you go over that, you're starting to like poison yourself a little bit. So I went like 700 over that. So yeah.
Well, Matt, I know you're doing this with Great Clips as part of March Madness building up, and you have more experience in this tournament than anybody in these postseason games. You've been a big part of obviously a national championship game. Like, what is it like once the calendar flips to March and you get in these games in neutral environments?
I'm the kind of guy that's just like, it's the same thing. Like, I'm with a lot of coaches that are very emotional, and they like to like rally the troops and stuff. And like, thing about me is like, I'm a goofy guy. Like I like to have fun, but like in the games, I keep it like very neutral in my mind. Like it's just about doing the things that I'm supposed to do, like offensive rebound, shoot threes, defend. It's just very like formula based. So I'm not the type of guy to get caught up in the like the home environments as much or the away stuff. Like I just try to keep it simple. So it's really the same to me, and I want to like help my guys understand like it's just a game. Like just because there's more at stake doesn't mean you can try any harder. Like you got to just like let it go, just let the results be, and do what we do. So yeah.
You've been confident in this team all year, Matt. You said Final Four there. I know earlier you said we can win a national championship. Entering March, entering the postseason, how do you feel about your team?
Yeah, I really have no idea what our ceiling is because we just have such talented players, and I think me and Terrence are such a good duo. I think that anything could happen. When we have RJ and Ty playing like they did last night, that's going to be hard to stop. So if we can get like big contributions from everybody, I don't see why we couldn't make a big run. And Sincere's been playing great defense all year. Coleman was, I think our key to victory last night. So it's going to take a whole team effort because we're playing the best of the best in the tournament. So, but I really think we have the pieces. And if we can get Dane going, I think that would just be a game changer. So I don't see why we couldn't make a big run.
Matt, part of the reason you came here is to improve your draft stock. What do you think you've shown this year in a different role?
I think that I've shown I can be a primary scorer efficiently. I've always been a low turnover guy. And I've been able to just like show that I can create, show that I can play off ball, do a lot of different things, play defense in a different style because I was switching 1 through 5 at Baylor. But I think I've shown that, like, besides excluding the first 8 games of the season, that, I can be very versatile and I can score efficiently and help a team in many different ways.
Can you take me through the art of an ISO, Matt? Because you're as good as anybody at it. What are you looking at? How do you make decisions when you're on ISO?
Well, I really believe in the 3 ball, and if you can step back right and left, then there's basically no way that they can completely stop what you want to do. Because if you can step back left, they have to like jam you, and then you can do a hezzy. If you can step back right, they have to jam you, and you can do a hezzy. So it's really a lot more simple than you think. You just it's just a couple moves and then some counters. But if you, in my eyes, the way I do it is start from the 3-point line and then, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get the 3, and if they take away the 3, then I'll reluctantly drive. But that's kind of how it starts for me. And a lot of times people probably groan and be like, oh my gosh, his shot selection, whatever, like he's shooting a million step backs. But the efficiency I shoot them with is good, and I know that. So I'm going to keep shooting them, even though it makes people frustrated when I miss 4 or 5 in a row. I know that if I make 2 or 3 in a row, that's elite offense after that. So
I know you love analytics. How many analytics sites do you go to or subscribe to?
I just look at Synergy. I don't need too many numbers, but I have definitely raised my efficiency on the offensive end from last year, even though I've had my struggles here. And it's I think it's so great. I think everybody should start to like embrace analytics as a player, because we're all trying to figure out how to become the best we can. People spend hours in the gym every day, and if you can make a big jump just by looking at your shot selection and saying, what shots do I really want to be hunting? That's something that would probably pay off just as much as being in the gym for hours. So I highly recommend every player looking at it.
Also, I want to ask you the art of drawing fouls on threes. You must lead the country in that. Kind of back in my day, Reggie Miller, like, Matt.
Yeah.
Is it just guys struggle with it?
Yeah. Like I said, in my ISOs, I'm hunting threes. I'm not trying to go to the rim, but if I go to the rim, it's because they just made it like wide open. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's not like I don't want to go to the rim. It's just like I believe threes, and I'm really good at step back. So I'm just like, I want that shot. So I shoot it heavily contested a lot of times, and guys don't let me land. I've been fouled on it probably 12 to 15 times, somewhere around there, and I've only got called for a flop once because they genuinely are fouling me most of the time. Like, if you shoot like those heavily contested threes, and you jump forward, which is kind of what I do, it's not even intentional to try to get fouled. You're going to get fouled, and it makes it that much more of an efficient shot. You know what I'm saying? When you add the ability to get fouled, it's like off the charts. So I can miss 6 in a row and then make one and get fouled, and that's it's not terrible offense, you know, because like you're not turning it over and you're giving Ty Rodgers a chance to get an offensive rebound. So like I believe in the numbers, you know what I'm saying, and especially with the fouls.
Yeah. Wrapping up with you, Matt. Give me your best Brad Underwood story so far. I know you got several of them. I love the relationship between you two, by the way. It's fantastic.
Yeah, that's Brad Underwood. Like everything that's rolling through my head right now, I can't say on a on a podcast. Oh man. Okay, this one is podcast friendly and actually funny. This one, I forget what game it was, but he was like super hyped up, and we were all like, we just had a big win. I think we got on camera too, and everybody was hiding, and he walks in, he's like, oh God, where is it? And then we all just jumped out and started throwing water on him, and he's such a big, tough acting guy. And so he slipped on the water and fell on the chairs, and he like tried to play it off, and it was just hilarious. Like we just couldn't stop laughing.
He knew it was you. He knew it was you that started it, right?
Actually, it wasn't me. That was a different time. But I like had a good game, and so I came in after, and they're all hiding in the closet, and then he just like slipped on the water, fell super hard over the chairs, and we were just laughing so hard.
Awesome. Oh, Matt, last one for you. What would you do if it weren't for basketball?
If it weren't for basketball, well, I really am a big math guy. Like I enjoy that a lot. So I know that I'm going to manage my investments a lot. Like I have some money now, and whatever I do, like I'm a live below my means and invest a lot. And I really don't know exactly what I'll do, but I've got a pretty good resume. I've got a degree. I'm a national champion. I've been a good basketball player for a while. So hopefully with some Illini connections, I could get something pretty good.
I mean, you're doing this NIL thing well. Are you investing already? Are you already dabbling in that?
Yeah. I've got a Roth IRA already set up, and I've got a good amount of money in the stock market and a lot waiting on a crash. So I've got some things going.
This guy's stuff together. Well, Matt, I'll give you one more chance with great clips to pub what you're doing with them, man.
It's just they gave me a great haircut. And shout out to them for that. And they just like they want everybody to send in a video of them doing a hat flip to their website, greatclips.com, and they'll give everybody a chance to win Final Four tickets. And that's something they should be excited about because I think that's where we're going. So, yeah.
Matthew Meyer, appreciate the time, man.
Yeah, thank you.